Hey guys, this is Quintus Hegie again. My skill is mind training, and as a master hypnotist I coach location independent entrepreneurs how to break free from their mind limitations, limiting beliefs, and achieve their targets in their personal life and in their business life, resulting into more profits, much more profits. In this video today I'm going to talk about the differences between the different options you can have for coaching in general of the mind. So I will compare hypnosis with a few other known concepts and methods that are working with the mind. Let's first start with comparing hypnosis with mindfulness. What is the differences and what are the similarities between hypnosis and mindfulness? When we talk about mindfulness, one of the main topics about mindfulness, as far as I have understand it and experienced it, is that with the mindfulness you relax, which is a commonality between the hypnosis, and that the thoughts, any thoughts that you have, you let come and go by. You actually don't really have an attachment to the thoughts that are there. The mindfulness is about being mindful and aware of the thoughts, but not necessarily wanting to direct or judge or operate on those thoughts. That's what the mindfulness is more leaned towards. With hypnosis, we really want to have our thoughts to be in a direction and to be directed and evaluated and considered. We want to heal bad beliefs, we want to remove bad beliefs, we want to heal wounds and traumas, traumatic beliefs, traumatic thoughts, and we want to adopt and embrace and really embody for good and for permanently the positive beliefs, the positive thoughts. So that is a difference, and there's also a similarity between mindfulness and hypnosis, hypnotherapy. Another area is to compare between psychiatry and hypnosis, because you can also see like when you have problems with your mind, you can also go to a psychiatrist. In the psychiatry, there is working with your brain as well, but more on a conscious level. You will talk while being awake. There will be discussions and so forth. What's your psychology? How do you think about certain things? And that will be done in a fully waking state while talking to you. And the psychologist or shrink will look to, okay, where is the problem here? Where's the root cause here? That will really go down. It may be something from your childhood. It may be some other experience. Like, how can this be explained that you have these kind of thoughts or these kind of problems with your mind and with your thinking? So the psychiatrist really zooms in the problem. So let's make the problem bigger. What is then a similarity between hypnosis and psychiatry is that they are directed. We have a goal, we have something that we want to achieve. That is a commonality between those two situations. And typically we go to either a psychologist or a hypnotic mind trainer when we face a problem with our mind. So that's a commonality. A difference though is that the psychiatrist first zooms into really like the problem, trying to understand the root cause. Then we can explain why you have these thoughts, have this behavior, etc. That's where the psychiatry goes in, zoom into. Well, with hypnosis, we look for solutions. Okay, we take the situation, or we know the problem that you have, but we are looking for, okay, what works? How do you get to the solution? How do you get to change your behavior? How do you get to change your beliefs? It's in a positive, constructive setting with hypnosis. Well, the psychiatry really looks into, okay, how can we explain this? Why this is happening? What are the causes and what root causes? Maybe we can then take away the root causes, so to say, and then you will change your beliefs and your thoughts and your behavior. Another difference is that with psychiatry it's more the waking state, so you're talking with each other more rationally with your waking brain, with your conscious brain. In my other videos I explain the difference between your conscious and subconscious brain. Well, you then miss out if you talk with the conscious that your subconscious is actually driving you. So you can say, I understand that, but then the next day you still do the same thing as the day before. You haven't really changed. And this is where hypnosis is different from psychiatry, because with hypnosis we go to your subconscious brain, and it works like a genie in a bottle. It works automatically and effortlessly, and it has no judgment. It will just do what it has been instructed before. So if we instruct the conscious brain with, the next time, if you have problems being on time somewhere, the next time you'll be on time somewhere, so you put your alarm clock at the right time, at a good enough time, then still your subconscious mind is running around with the instruction that it's perfectly fine to snooze longer and to find some reasons to miss the train or get stuck in traffic or take the wrong turn, so you will still end up being late at your appointment. So that's really a difference. We work with the subconscious mind that's then actually really driving you on the for instructions in this case, and that's what we will fix. More areas to compare the hypnosis against. So we just had the mindfulness, we had the psychiatry. Let's compare it with neurolinguistic programming. NLP, or neurolinguistic programming, is a way to communicate with your mind. That's neuro-linguistic programming, and it's done by language. That's what the abbreviation stands for, or the term NLP stands for, so to say. NLP and hypnosis are really much more similar. They're very similar actually, and there's not much difference between them. They both use models of interpretation as symbols, and for the NLP they give you a certain set of code instructions or syntax like visualization, feelings, hearing, audio, working with that, and that is used to help you fix your problem, and it's also a constructive pattern that's taught in neurolinguistic programming, similarly to hypnosis, where also you work with constructive symbols, instructive operators. The difference between neurolinguistic programming and hypnosis is that with hypnosis we don't have like a fixed language set, so to say, a fixed code base from which all the patterns are made. Hypnosis really operates into your personal mind and to the presentation and the symbols that you hold in yourself. And it's also more done in the being into trance and works in an instant. Well, where the neurolinguistic programming works with techniques that does create anchors, and we utilize those concepts also in hypnosis. It's more in a waking state, and it's a bit different tricks that you're playing a bit more of the tricks there. It does work. Hypnosis works as well, and it works a bit faster. It works a bit quicker. But they're very comparable with each other. So if you're really curious about hypnosis, then study that subject, find a good hypnotist that can guide you, or could go to, for example, the group trainings where you get introduction. And if you still are a bit uncertain about hypnosis, because maybe it may be too intense, then which it is because it's effective, so you will have changes in your life, and the changes that you want and came for. If you want to start a bit more light, then I can recommend to dive a bit into neurolinguistic programming, visualization techniques, and learning to program your mind. That's a very good basis to start with if you want to know a bit more about the mind and some practical exercise that you can do in a very safe way. But hypnosis still is, as far as I have discovered now and have seen, the fastest and the quickest and the most easiest way to get your change instantly. It works really with instant change, personalized for you. So, this comparison with hypnosis with the mindfulness, hypnosis with psychiatry, with neurolinguistic programming. So I hope I was able to clarify a bit more. If you want to compare hypnosis with some other kind of technique or approach of helping the mind grow and achieve your things and get free from blockades, then just leave a message as a response to this video in the chat, and then I know that you want to know a bit more about that comparison, and I can make a separate video for that, for example, to tell you the similarities and the differences between hypnosis and the other methods you were curious about.